Most people think starting a company in Bahrain is complicated, expensive, and full of hidden legal barriers. But here's the truth no one tells you. If you understand the exact steps in the right order, you can legally set up a company in Bahrain faster than in many Western countries, and often with lower taxes and fewer restrictions. The biggest mistake you need to avoid is jumping straight into registration without understanding the structure, licensing system, and residency rules. That one mistake alone causes delays, rejections, and unnecessary costs for most foreign founders. In this video, you are going to learn exactly how to start a company in Bahrain, step by step in 2026. We will go from zero knowledge all the way to a fully registered business, bank account setup, and visa process. And I'll keep everything simple so even if you have never started a company before, you will understand exactly what to do next. Now here's where it gets interesting. Bahrain is becoming one of the most attractive business hubs in the Gulf, because it offers 100% foreign ownership in many sectors, no personal income tax, and strong access to Saudi Arabia and the wider GCC market. But the system is structured, and if you don't follow it properly, you can easily get stuck. So let's start from the very beginning. The first thing you need to understand is why Bahrain is even a serious option for business in 2026. Imagine someone like Alex, a digital entrepreneur from India, or Sarah, a consultant from the UK. Both want to set up a company in the Gulf region without complicated ownership rules. Bahrain becomes attractive because it is more flexible than some neighboring countries and often cheaper to operate in. But here's the problem. Most people assume they can just register a company online, like a simple app sign-up. That is not how it works. Bahrain has a structured legal system, and every company must go through commercial registration, licensing, and sometimes sector approvals. Now before we even talk about registration, you need to choose your company structure. This is one of the most important decisions. In Bahrain, the most common company types include a sole proprietorship, a single-person company often called SPC, a limited liability company known as WLL, and branch offices for foreign companies. Each one has different rules for ownership, liability, and capital requirements. Let's make this simple. If you are a solo entrepreneur, a single-person company, or SPC, is often the easiest route. It allows you to fully own your business and operate under your name. If you are starting with partners, a WL is more common because it allows multiple shareholders and limits liability. Now here's where most people make a mistake. They choose a structure based only on cost, not based on their business activity. But Bahrain authorities care a lot about what your business actually does. A consulting firm, a trading company, and a tech startup may all require different approvals. So before moving forward, you must clearly define your business activity. For example, are you starting an IT consulting business like Jake from the US? Or an import-export trading company like Ravi from India? Or maybe a small e-commerce brand? This matters because your activity determines your license type. Now let's move to the actual step-by-step registration process. Step 1 is reserving your company name. This might sound simple, but it is more important than people think. Your business name must comply with Bahrain naming rules. It cannot violate public norms, it cannot duplicate existing registered names, and in some cases, it must reflect your business activity. You submit your name through the official Bahrain business registration system, often managed through the Sigilat portal. Once approved, your name is reserved for your company. But here's the problem. Many applicants get rejected at this stage because they choose names that are too generic or already taken. So it's always smart to prepare at least 3 to 5 name options before applying. Now once your name is approved, the next step is preparing your legal documents. This is where things become more serious. You will need identification documents like your passport, proof of address, and sometimes bank reference letters, depending on your setup. If you are forming a multi-shareholder company, you also need a memorandum of association. This document defines ownership percentages, responsibilities, and business scope. Now here's where it gets interesting. In Bahrain, documentation must often be notarized or attested, depending on your nationality and company type. This is where many foreign founders slow down, because they underestimate document preparation time. So if Alex is setting up a consulting firm, he must ensure all his documents are properly prepared before submission. Otherwise, the approval process can take weeks longer than expected. Once your documents are ready, you move to commercial registration. This is the official step where your company becomes legally recognized in Bahrain. Commercial registration is handled through the government's central system. You submit your company details, ownership structure, activity description, and documents. If everything is correct, you receive a commercial registration certificate, often referred to as ERI. Now here is a critical point. Your CR is not just a formality. It is your legal identity as a business in Bahrain. Without it, you cannot open a bank account, hire employees, or apply for visas. But here's the mistake many people make. They assume CR is the final step. It is not. It is only the beginning of operational setup. After CR approval, you need to obtain the correct business license. This depends on your activity. For example, a consultancy license is different from a trading license or an industrial license. Now let's pause for a moment because this is where most foreign entrepreneurs get confused. They think one registration covers everything. In reality, Bahrain separates registration from licensing, and you must comply with both. So once your license is issued, you move to the next stage, which is physical office setup. Yes, in most cases you need a registered office address in Bahrain. This can be a physical office or a flex desk in a business center depending on your company type. Free zones sometimes offer more flexible office solutions. Now here's something interesting. Bahrain has several business-friendly zones like the Bahrain International Investment Park and other industrial and logistics zones. These areas are designed for foreign investors and often provide tax advantages, customs benefits, and easier setup processes. If your business is export-oriented or manufacturing-based, choosing the right zone can save you significant costs later. Now let's move to one of the most important steps, opening a corporate bank account. Without a bank account, your company cannot function. But this step is often more detailed than people expect. Banks in Bahrain follow strict compliance checks. They will review your business activity, your CR, your shareholders, and sometimes your projected transactions. For example, if Sarah is opening a digital marketing agency, the bank will want to understand where her clients are located and how payments will be received. Now here's the problem. Many applications are delayed because founders cannot clearly explain their business model to the bank. So before applying, you must prepare a simple business explanation document. Once your bank account is approved, you can move to the next stage, which is hiring employees and applying for visas if needed. Bahrain offers work visas and investor visas, depending on your role in the company. If you are the founder, you can often apply for an investor visa linked to your CRI. This allows you to live and operate your business legally in the country. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Bahrain's residency system is relatively flexible compared to many countries in the region, but it still requires proper documentation, medical checks, and government approvals. At this point, your company is fully operational. You have registration, licensing, banking, and residency if required. But let's step back and look at the full picture so it becomes crystal clear. First, you choose your company structure based on your business model. Then, you reserve your name. After that, you prepare documents and submit for commercial registration. Once approved, you obtain your business license. Then you set up your office, open your bank account, and finally apply for visas if needed. Now let's talk about cost and timing, because this is what most people actually want to understand. Company setup costs in Bahrain vary widely depending on activity and structure. Small consultancy setups are usually cheaper, while industrial or trading companies may require more capital and approvals. Timelines can range from a few days for simple structures to several weeks for more complex businesses. But here's the key insight. The real success factor is not speed. It is preparation. The more organized your documents and business plan are, the faster your approval process will be. Now let's talk about common mistakes. The first mistake is choosing the wrong business activity category. The second is submitting incomplete documents. The third is ignoring licensing requirements. And the fourth is not preparing properly for bank compliance checks. Avoiding these mistakes alone can save you weeks of delays. So if you are someone like Jake, planning to move into the Gulf market, or Alex building an international consulting firm, Bahrain can be a strong launch point if you follow the process correctly. Now let's quickly summarize everything, so it stays clear in your mind. You start by choosing the right company structure. You reserve a compliant business name. You prepare and submit your legal documents. You get your commercial registration approved. You obtain your business license. You set up your office. You open your bank account. And finally, you apply for visas if needed. That is the full legal roadmap to starting a company in Bahrain in 2026. If you follow these steps carefully, you are not just registering a business. You are building a legally compliant foundation that can operate across the Gulf region. And here's the final takeaway. Bahrain is not difficult if you understand the system. But it is strict if you ignore the details. Precision is what separates smooth approvals from repeated rejections. If this guide helped you understand the full process clearly, make sure you like the video, leave a comment with your business idea, and subscribe for more step-by-step guides like this. It really helps the channel, and it helps you stay ahead with accurate, practical business information.